What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with that instant analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors pulling out a W versus the Memphis Grizzlies. This was a tightly contested game, especially in the fourth quarter. Anybody could win this game. Klay Thompson hit a key three. He missed a couple mid-range jump shots that was basically easy, something that he normally makes. He just couldn't get it to go tonight, which led to Jordan Poole getting out of bounds, which led to Jordan Poole getting a shot at the rim, which was a layup, which he laid it in for game. And that was pretty much it in the fourth quarter. Ja Morant had some things that went his way. He got to the paint, dumped it off to Brandon Clark for a dunk. He also got to the paint and knocked down some free throws. It looked like it was going in Memphis' direction. They played great defense. They communicated well. The problem was Jaren Jackson fouled out the game like he normally do. He usually fouls out. He's been better with it this year, but you just want to see him continue that. And in big games against Golden State, he just struggles for some reason to pull it all together. And they needed him to protect that paint. They needed him to rebound that basketball, and he was nowhere to be found because he fouled out before the game was over, which was unfortunate. Desmond Bane, I was a little disappointed in him. I felt like he hit a three, but he needed to do more. And when they required him to do more, he didn't really step up to the occasion. Seemed like he kind of got locked up a little bit. And I feel like Ja was the driving force. They missed him the last game. He really showed up big time in the fourth quarter when it mattered. His teammates just didn't do what they needed to do. Unlike the Warriors, some guys was able to shine. Memphis, they fall to 31 and 17, 11 and 14 away from Memphis. Golden State was at home. They're 18 and 6 at home, which gives them a 24 and 24 record. They haven't been that great. Andrew Wiggins missed this game also. But the Warriors, they have enough talent and they have enough spacing to where they can be dangerous. And they showed that in the fourth quarter and in the third quarter. And even to me, in the second quarter, that they're a tough team to guard, especially when Steph and Klay are hitting their shots. And they did that in the third and the fourth quarter. They're dangerous. So we're going to talk about them first. Draymond Green, 8 points, +2 and plus minus. He did have 5 personal fouls. A lot of his fouls was because he was over aggressive or over rotating, trying to clear a lot of space because he's a little slow footed now that he's older. But at least he made the effort. 5 turnovers. A lot of them was careless. A lot of them he was a little nonchalant. You got to give credit to the Memphis Grizzlies for trying to go for the steals, for playing active and going for the ball, and they was able to accomplish that a lot tonight with 10, I believe. One steal for Draymond, 7 assists, 13 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He made the free throws that mattered. They needed to make as much points as they could because Memphis was coming for him, and he was able to knock down one, which was able to give them a little bit of a cushion. Other than that, he was 3 of 3 from the field. Kaminga, 13 points, -16 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from three, 5 of 6 from the field. I feel like he's a pretty solid player for them. He's long, he's athletic, he's fun, but he still got some maturity and insecurity issues, and he got blown past by Ja Morant so easily that it was kind of embarrassing. It was like he wasn't even a line of defense, even though he had a little bit of sag on Ja. Ja was easily able to beat him a couple times, and he wasn't the only person that was able to beat Kaminga. You got to be more stronger than that. You got to be more smarter than that, and you just got to have a better presence. Steph Curry, 34 points, -3 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from three, 10 of 19 from the field. He was basically showing Ja it's not over yet. Y'all talk a big game, y'all talk a big talk, but y'all beat us, we beat y'all. We 1-1 right now, and then in the regular season we got y'all already. And he went at Ja head in the fourth quarter, and before he got ejected, Steph showing you that I still got a lot left in the tank. I can do this a couple more years and still be in championship form as long as the team around me is great. So Steph showing you that he ain't slowing down, he ain't going nowhere, and he was letting Ja know that they had some one-on-one battles throughout this game where Steph was showing them, you can take me and I can take you. We can equal each other out still, even though I'm about 10 years. I got about 10 years on you. Klay Thompson, 24 points, plus 6 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, which is rare that he shoot that bad from the free throw line. 5 of 10 from the 3 point line. He hit a big three and a couple in the fourth quarter that gave the crowd the energy that was needed in the arena, and he even started feeling it himself, and he started celebrating, and he missed a couple ones that would have sealed the game, but Poole came through, but he shot 9 of 23 from the field. Poole started again, 21 points, plus 15 and plus minus. He almost fouled out tonight, 5 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 2, but that's it for the negative. He had 1 steal, 7 assists. He was cutting into the paint, kicking it out. He also was giving the ball up early, and you gotta love to see his teamwork. 5 rebounds, one of them was offensive. He was 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from three. He had some threes that didn't need to be took. It was early in the shot clock, but I think he was trying to hit the dagger before it actually could be hit because there was a lot of time left on the shot clock and on the time. So I don't really know why he was going for the death when it was way too much play in time left and too many timeouts left for the dagger to be hit. But when you got the crowd roaring and roaring and roaring, you kind of want to give them something to feed off the energy again and to get them even more on your side. This team is tough to take down. They lost 6 games at home, and Poole is one of the most exciting players that they have. And he was 8 of 14 from the field. Green, 5 points, -2 and plus minus. 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the field. Kevon Looney, 4 points, -6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. He had 4 of them that was offensive. I thought that was pretty good tonight. 2 of 4 from the field. Anthony Lamb, 5 points, +7 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. 2 of his rebounds was offensive. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line, but he did shoot 2 of 6 from the field. And Dante DiVincenzo chipped in 8 points, +7 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line, 3 of 7 from the field. Baldwin, James the Giant, Wiseman, Moses, Moody, and Rollins did not play. It was the coach's decision. 50% from the field, 40%, 43% from three, 78% from the free throw line, 44 rebounds total, 33 assists, 7 steals, 5 blocks, 21 turnovers, and 27 personal fouls, and 122 points. Now, the Grizzlies, I felt like they did well for majority of the game. You look at it, 24-22 in the first quarter. Grizzlies got them 32-29 in the second quarter, and even did a 42-37 in the third. But in the fourth quarter, the Warriors had a little bit more offensive juice and a little bit more variety and a little bit more shot making. They got 32-24 in the fourth, and they was able to get the victory at the last 1.6 seconds to get it done. Brendan Clark did a good job of rebounding the ball with 19 points total. Was able to finish around the rim, get some floaters to go. -5 and plus minus, 4 personal foul, 1 turnover. He also had 1 offensive rebound. He was 8 of 10 from the field because he was all in that paint or near it. Jaren Jackson, a solid game. You just wish he would have shot the ball a little bit better because he was close by the rim on a lot of his attempts. He just missed it or rushed it. 17 points, +7 and plus minus. 6 personal foul. Like I said, he fouled out. 1 turnover, 6 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive, 7 or 8 from the free throw line. 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 4 of 11 from the field. Dylan Brooks, 10 points, +1 and plus minus. 4 personal fouls, 1 steal, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 3 of 9 from the field. He had a questionable 3 point shot. He tried to do what Jordan Poole did, but he was way off on his three, and I feel like Memphis really didn't need it. Luckily, Ja Morant was able to come back down and get them 2 free throws and a dump off to keep them in the game. Because I feel like Dylan Brooks kind of blew that game for them because they need a quality shot, especially with the seconds left on the clock that they had. They could have got a better attempt. 29 points for Ja Morant, +1 and plus minus. 3 personal foul, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 13 assists, 20 and 10, 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive. 7 of 12 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from three, 10 of 20 from the field. Desmond Bane, 20 points, plus 9 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 7 from the 3-point line. He missed a key free throw in the fourth quarter that they needed, and it was a bad miss. And he was 7 of 17 from the field. Just wish he would have been able to be more effective in the fourth quarter than he was. And they looked for him. He just didn't come through for him. Aldama, 13 points, plus 2 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 3 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 2 or 2 from the 3-point line, 5 or 5 from the field. Xavier Tillman did give them 3 offensive rebounds, and 1 was key in the fourth quarter. 3 points, -5 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 3 from the field. Zaire Williams, 2 points, -19 and plus minus, 3 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 0 of 6 from the 3-point line, 1 of 7 from the field. Roddy, 0 points, 1 turnover, zeros across the board other than that. Jones, 7 points, -1 and plus minus, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 of 6 from the field. Lofton, Laravia, Williams Jr., and Chandler did not play, although they was healthy. Coach's decision. 47% from the field as a team, 32% from 3, 70% from the free throw line, 36 rebounds, 27 assists, 10 steals, 3 blocks, 13 turnovers, 26 personal fouls, and 120 points scored. Memphis came oh so close to winning this game, but Golden State had the shot making ability, and they put themselves in a great position to win the game, and they came through and got it done. And it was sloppy. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't beautiful basketball, but they slowed it down, and both teams really wanted to make the shots matter. Some shots went down, some shots didn't. It's a make or miss league. Golden State had the last chance to make a shot. They made it, and they go away with the W. And now they can go do what they do, and start focusing on how can we execute better, how can we take care of the ball better, how can we defend better, how we can get Andrew Wiggins to step his game up and become a great defender again and be that all-star caliber player that he was early on in the season before he got injured. And he hasn't been that. He's been a little bit of a shell of himself. How can we get this version of Steph? Since the injury with his shoulder, he looks better now. This game and the last game, can he continue to be this way? He was having an MVP caliber season. He left that conversation about 3 weeks ago. Now can he re-enter that conversation? And we've been seeing the best of Clay. Clay has really reinvented his game since the injury. He looked like a shell of himself, but it takes time to come back from injuries and regain that confidence, regain that self-assurance, and regain that composure. He had his composure tonight. He had his game ready tonight. Even in the biggest moments, he wasn't shot happy or shy, and he got the job done for the most part because he hit some big shots tonight. He missed some big ones, but he also wasn't scared to take some big ones. And Poole, he does the same thing like Steph and Clay. He's the third splash brother. He deserves that name. He earned that role. He's a championship in that role, and he made the shots. He took the shots. He got a guy that you can love him and hate him sometimes with his shot selection and his decision making, but he is a guy that influences the game because he continues to put pressure on the defense with his scoring ability and his unpredictability because he can score in a variety of ways. Other than that, you just need a center. If you Golden State, Draymond can't do this anymore. And he's been showing, I'm trying, I'm giving it my all, and I don't want to get in foul trouble either. But sometimes he has games like this when he has to, just because he's trying so much. You have to give him somebody in that paint that can help him besides Caban, because it's really just him and Caban. But you need a backup at least, or a starter, so Caban can be the backup. It just don't make no sense that they're in this situation, but this is something that was going to happen eventually. That small ball only works so long, then teams figure out how to exploit it, teams figure out how to beat it, and teams start preparing for it, and they adapt to it. And then it's up to you to make the necessary requirements to be able to combat the changes that they made to you. I feel like the Warriors have done it roster wise, but they haven't did it completely for the entire roster. And that's something that they have to do at the trade deadline and at the buyout situation. Get guys to fill a little bit of holes, patch up the leaks, and get this thing rolling back for another championship. They have enough firepower. They have enough versatility. They just need some more size and just a little bit more shooting off that bench because I feel like they don't have enough scoring outside of Poole. And if you start Poole, you really just got DiVincenzo because Kaminga, you don't know what you're going to get out of him because he's more of a cutter than a full round scorer like a Poole. But Poole needs to come off the bench for that reason. He's the only guy that can really do it for this team because DiVincenzo isn't the greatest shot creator either. So Poole is best at that role. But you do need a center that can rebound and protect the rim just to help out Draymond because I don't feel for him. I'm getting a little bit too old for this. And that's probably how he feels. Other than that, continue to like, just continue to subscribe, continue to share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it's hot and ready. And other than that, see you guys on Thursday.